Invisibility. To some people, invisibility would be a dream superpower. They fantasize about all the things they could do without being noticed. Not exactly heroic things. But when you look closer, it's not as cool as it sounds. Here's the problem. For you to see, light has to hit the back of your eyes. If you were truly invisible, light would pass straight through you, leaving you completely blind. And if your eyes could somehow catch light, they would still be visible, turning you into a pair of floating eyeballs, which is honestly just creepy. To be fully invisible, you would also have to be completely naked. Not that some of you would mind, but you wouldn't be able to carry anything either. Since no one could see you, people would constantly crash into you. You couldn't wear perfume. You couldn't even breathe loudly. People would still know you're there. And if you're thinking about robbing a bank, thermal cameras would easily spot your heat radiation, making it nearly impossible to sneak in undetected. Intangibility. Now, picture this. You've just unlocked intangibility. You are super excited, so you decide to phase your hand through a wall. But the moment you activate your power, your entire body drops straight down, through the floor and into the earth. When you're intangible, nothing stops gravity. You either deactivate your power and become fused inside solid rock, slowly suffocating to death, or you keep sinking until you reach the molten core of the earth, unable to move, unable to do anything, just waiting to die. Superspeed. A moderate superspeed, around 190 miles per hour, like quick dashes, wouldn't be too bad. The problems would be minimal. But if you're talking about speeds like the Flash, without the special speed force, it would be a disaster. You would have to generate an enormous amount of force, far more than the human body can handle. Your legs would literally rip off your body. Here's another issue. Air. Air isn't empty. It's filled with oxygen, nitrogen, and countless tiny dust particles. At extreme speeds, you'd be smashing into these particles, creating intense friction and heat. Enough heat to burn your entire body. Even if you somehow didn't burn, you would still need to see where you're going. Human perception isn't built for those speeds. Everything would be a blur. Your thinking speed would need to match your physical speed. Otherwise, you would crash into things, possibly running straight through people like a train. And if your perception did keep up, the world would appear almost frozen in time. On top of all that, superspeed would burn millions of calories every day. You would go broke just trying to eat enough to survive. Teleportation. Teleportation seems simple. Disappear and reappear somewhere else. But the Earth is in constant motion through space, moving at about 67,000 miles per hour. It rotates, orbits the Sun, and the entire solar system orbits the center of the galaxy. If you teleported without calculating Earth's exact position in space, you wouldn't teleport onto the planet. You would teleport into empty space and die instantly. Immortality. If you were given a choice between dying in 1 year or becoming immortal, what would you choose? It seems obvious, right? But if you were immortal, you would have to watch everyone you love grow old and die, over and over again. Eventually, you would lose all emotional connection. You would live to see the human race die out. You would see the world end. And in the end, you'd be drifting along through space for eternity. TimeStop. TimeStop is a superpower many people dream about, for obvious reasons. The moment time stops, the air molecules around you stop too, making it impossible to breathe. Photons would stop moving, meaning you wouldn't be able to see. So you stop time and immediately become blind and suffocating, unable to do anything until you either resume time or die. Super strength. Super strength sounds awesome, but in real life, it would be a mess. Everything around you is designed for regular people. You'd break door handles, keyboards, and glasses without even trying. Imagine hugging your mom and accidentally breaking her spine because you don't know how to control your strength yet. And super strength doesn't make you indestructible. If you punch a wall, Newton's third law applies. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The force you apply to the wall would be applied back to you with the same intensity, knocking you back and shattering your own hand.